growing up in Egypt, I was told constantly that the Jewish people were the worst people in the world. My Arabic teacher actually told me the only people worse than Shia Muslims are Jews, because Shia Muslims are the worst because they not only did they have Islam, they made it like worse by putting in heresies, right? But the only people worse than that are the Jewish people. And then when I came to Canada and I went to this church, I met someone who grew up in Israel in this church. And he told me that he had a racist uncle who said Arabs are the worst people in the world. And we sat there and we just were like, you know what we're going to do? Isn't it beautiful that an Arab and a Jew right now, we can just go to the bar and have a beer? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So you know what we did? We went to the bar, had a beer, and we talked about growing up in the Middle East, and 95% of our experiences were exactly the same. 95% of them, it was like we were neighbors. The only difference, like Arabic and Hebrew, or, just like those type of small things. But it struck me because my dad and my grandfather and all these things were fought in wars, and even they are not as anti-Semitic as the people who grew up in the West, who never even saw these conflicts. And like my dad told me something too, where he's like, there was these protests in a university somewhere in the States, and he saw it online, and he said, what's crazy, Ismail, he was talking to me in Arabic, is all the wars that, because he fought in the 1973 war with Israel, and he said, all I know now is I want peace. I did not know why I was fighting, and I guarantee you that if I remember this vividly, he said, because his neighbors are Jewish, and he's like, our neighbors are fine people. They're normal people. We're normal people. There is no reason we fought over nothing. In his mind, it was a useless conflict. And he taught me that from a young age. This is coming from a Muslim, but the reason why he's saying this is because he experienced it and he saw bloodshed. He has relatives who died in that war, and he said, it's not worth it. It's not worth it just for a couple more kilometers of land here and there. It's not worth it to have one united country or two countries or four countries. It's not worth it. One person dying innocent is not worth it. And he's right.
I agree.
And it saddens me that there are people here whose parents and grandparents experienced this, came to Canada where I'm living, and escaped it. And they're okay. And they want peace. They don't want to have any more wars. But their children and grandchildren are becoming indoctrinated and are now becoming more anti-Semitic. And it's like, dude, your own parents fought against them, and they're saying it's not a good idea. Why can't you listen to your own parents? Like, they actually were there. Most of these people didn't even grow up in the Middle East. Most of these people didn't even live there. They're just like
inherited hate.
They inherited hate. Exactly. That's a beautiful way of putting it. And it's like they inherited a war that wasn't theirs to fight, about a place they don't even live in, and a religion they probably don't even care about anymore. And it's like it's just hatred for the sake of hatred. And I think conversations like this are what's necessary.